Welcome in to the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for stopping by. The Chiefs have the week off this week. The way I look at it is that that's a playoff win that they've earned by getting that number one seed. What changes do Andy Reid and company need to make over the next few days before they begin their playoff run? I got a few ideas. We'll examine them and more coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we get started, I got a little question for the chat out there today. Are you a bandwagon Chiefs fan? Were you a Chiefs fan prior to their first Super Bowl win in the Mahomes era? If you were, go ahead and like today's video. If you're a newbie, and that's fine, come one, come all. I know we had a lot of Swifties become Chiefs fans in recent memory. Go ahead and comment how long you've been a Chiefs fan. If you've been a Chiefs fan before that, just hit the like button. If you're a younger one that hopped on the bandwagon in the last couple of years, just go ahead and comment and let us know how long you've been a Chiefs fan. We'll get started with today's show. I got three things I want to focus on today of some changes the Chiefs need to make in this bye week before they begin their playoff run. And where I want to start today is at the running back position with Isiah Pacheco. Pacheco, I think, when healthy, is a top 5 back in this league. Pacheco is really good. And this offense is at its best when Pacheco is shaking and baking like Ricky Bobby, and that they run the football, they establish the run to open up the passing game. I think that's when they're at their best. And you know, when I look at Isiah Pacheco, I see that dog in him. I want to see it even further, though. We've seen in the postseason him just put his head down, reach up there, pull those belts tight, strap in, and go guns a-blazing. I want to see that version of Isiah Pacheco because, in all honesty, we really haven't seen the dog version of Isiah Pacheco since week 2 of this season when he rushed for 90-plus yards against the Cincinnati Bengals, and then he got hurt, of course. We've seen a few flashes. I think we all remember that big run he had against the Raiders, which was the longest run of any rusher this season. But we still haven't seen Pacheco back to his old self. And if you recall, last playoffs, Pacheco was fantastic. In the 2024 playoffs, en route to winning another Super Bowl title, Pacheco rushed for 313 yards in 4 games, averaged close to 4 yards a carry and 3 touchdowns off of 81 carries. Pacheco was really good last postseason. If Pacheco can do something similar in this playoff run to what he did last playoffs, there's not a doubt in my mind who's hoisting that Lombardi trophy. That's, to me, the key. Can we get the old Pacheco back? If the Chiefs can run the football and get that dog out of Isiah Pacheco, then they're going to be in really good shape here in the next few weeks. Will Isiah Pacheco turn it on in the playoffs? Will he get back to the Isiah Pacheco we know and love? Way in the comment section, let us know. Type Y for yes, in for no. Today's show is sponsored by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. Here's how it works. You choose 2 or more players on any given category. Get the choice of more or less, whether you're talking fantasy points in football, rebounds in basketball, goals in hockey, all sorts of different categories to choose from. And PrizePicks, right now, folks, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And also, you can win, get this, you put $5 down, you get $50 to spend for free. You don't even have to win to get the money. It's as easy as that. PrizePicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS. I'm looking ahead to the semifinals of the college playoffs going on this week. I got Jeremiah Smith, the best receiver in college football. They have more than 86.5 receiving yards. No way UT is going to be able to slow him down. I got Drew Aller to have more than 185.5 passing yards against Notre Dame. And I'll go with Judkins to have less than 53.5 rushing yards against UT. UT's got a pretty good run defense. Play along with me. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. PrizePicks, proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Number 2 on our bye week changes. I think the Chiefs need to figure out what they're doing at the left tackle position. This has been an ongoing problem all season long. Started with Kingsley. That didn't go so great. Then you went to Wanya Morris. That didn't go much better. Then you bring in DJ Humphries, and he gets hurt. Then you move Joe Thuney over the left tackle spot, but that's not what you really wanted to do. It's kind of your last resort. Then DJ Humphries got healthy and wasn't a great showing last week against Denver. More on that later. What do you do? Honestly, I don't know what the right decision is, but I trust Andy's judgment here. I just hope that they have a plan of action and that they execute it accordingly. Think about this, all right? Let's start with DJ Humphries. Last week against Denver, his first game back, it did not go great. His offensive grade was a 41.2. His pass block grade, you got to hide the women and children here. I almost feel like I got to hide the graphic. Oh, I can't reach over. 10.2 was his pass block grade last week. But on a silver lining, run blocking was really good. 78.9, but boy, oh boy, pass blocking needed some work. You guys already know this stat. You knew it was coming. Patrick Mahomes, he's been sacked 36 times, a career high. And what my fear is, folks, we all remember the second Super Bowl that this era the Chiefs were in against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the COVID Super Bowl. Mahomes was running for his life all day. Mahomes actually played pretty well that day, but he had no protection, and as a result, the Chiefs got blown out. My fear with this potential run, the thing that could stop them from not winning this is a reoccurrence of what happened in that Super Bowl. That is my biggest fear going into this postseason, that something like that could happen again if they don't figure out this tackle situation. And believe me, it's just the tackle situation that they need to figure out, because you look at the rest of the offensive line. Did you know Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, those guys have not allowed a single sack all year. So as much as we talk about the offensive line issues and all that, it's not those three. That's not the problem. It is the left tackle position. Now, Jawaan Taylor, I would like him to cut down on the penalties. That's a whole nother issue. But the left side, if DJ can get the job done, if they need to play Thuney at the left tackle spot, which they had some decent success with in the last few weeks of the regular season, although the run blocking wasn't great, I think Andy is going to, what he wants to do is go with DJ Humphries and then play Thuney at his normal position of left guard. That's what they want to do. But is that the right thing? I don't know, in all honesty. But I hope Andy figures it out. What's your confidence level in the Chiefs' offensive line? Scale it for me 1 through 10. How are you feeling? I'm not feeling great. I'll go with about a 6, if I'm going to be honest with you. Give me your confidence level, weigh in, and let us know. The Chiefs Report is heating things up over the next few weeks here on the channel. We'll continue to do our live shows on Tuesdays, watch parties for every playoff game, daily news and rumors. We're going to bring you sometimes 2 and 3 videos a day here on the channel, breaking news, Q&A mailbags. It is going to be a lot of fun over the next few weeks. You got to be subscribed to the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Nonstop Chiefs coverage each and every day throughout the entire playoffs, all year long. The offseason, going to be a lot of fun too. I don't even want to think about the offseason right now, though. Subscribe now to the Chiefs Report, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. To subscribe now, you'll be glad you did. Last thing, get healthy. And we'll let you hear from Patrick Mahomes in just a moment. But to me, with getting the bye week, it's twofold here, right? Yes, that's essentially a playoff win. That's a week of rest. That's another week for these guys to get back on track. It's going to be like a 25-day gap between the last time we saw the starters hit the field and when they take the field again in the postseason. That's a long time, and what you hope is that the guys don't get rusty from that, but get rejuvenated, get that little extra kick, if you will, in that stretch. I'll say this, though. although there are some very notable names in this injury report that we'll show you in a moment, they are headed in the right direction, especially compared to most teams at this time of the year. Have you seen what's going on in Detroit? That's a mess. And when you talk about the injuries that the Chiefs faced earlier in the year, without Marquise Brown and Rashee Rice and Juju and on and on and on, they're still in a much better position than they were. Here's a list of the injuries for the Chiefs. You got Chris Jones with the calf issue, Jawaan Taylor with the knee injury, Isiah Pacheco with the ribs injury, Trent McDuffie with the knee injury, and Shamari Connor with the shoulder injury. And remember, Patrick got a little banged up with that ankle. But all signs point to, so we've been told anyway, that these guys are headed in the right track. I would be very surprised if all 5 players we're talking about here, if they're not playing in that divisional round game. I think that this is all trending forward in the right direction. Mahomes said this on getting healthy. It's just going to be nice getting guys healthy. I think this was the earliest the regular season bye I've ever had just in general to kind of have this grind of whatever it is. I think we had our bye week 6, so it's almost like 10 weeks of just football and grinding, and then this short schedule at the very end of the year. How far will the Chiefs go in the postseason? I think they're going to win the whole thing. I'm feeling pretty good. How are you feeling? How far are the Chiefs going? Way in the chat. Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's show, you already know what to do. Hit that like button. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.